Hi, I'm Greg, inventor of Coravin, and you may have received a Pivot Plus as your holiday gift. I'd love to walk you through to your first couple of glasses. This is the Coravin Pivot, and this is our Coravin Pure Argon Capsule. Coravin uses inert gas to push the wine out of the bottle and into your glass while pouring so that no air gets in, which helps you to preserve the flavors and smells of the wine for up to 4 weeks. The way you put the Coravin capsule in is you simply unscrew the pivot capsule cup like so, drop your capsule into the capsule cup with the black part facing up, and thread it all the way until it stops, like so. Now you're ready to pour. There's a little button on the back that pushes the argon into the bottle, so we'll be interacting with that. The other part of the system is the pivot stopper. Pivot stopper has a cap at the top and a little valve that we'll be passing our tube through. I like to open it up before putting in the bottle. Now, open up the bottle like you normally would. Coravin Pivot works with screw cap, with plastic corks, with natural corks, with glass corks. It works with anything because the first thing you do is remove the closure on the wine and replace it quickly before pouring any wine, importantly, with our stopper. That way, very little or no air gets into the bottle. Now, take your Coravin Pivot and pass the tube through the valve. I like to pass it through the valve so that it's pinning the little cap against the bottle, like so. So it's not dangling in your way when you're pouring. Now we're gonna hold the bottle with our dominant hand and put our thumb of the other hand through this little handle at the top. This is why we call it pivot. We're just gonna rotate around that handle. And then tip the bottle nice and high so that the bottom of the bottle is higher than the front of the bottle, and then press the button. As soon as I'm pressing, argon is going in, and that argon is pushing the wine out of the bottle into my glass. To stop pouring, simply tip up. I like to hold the button just a second longer after I tip up to clear the tube of any extra wine. Now, remove the pivot from the valve, cap the bottle. You can put this back into your wine fridge or cellar, and it's gonna be good for at least 4 weeks. That's your first pour. Now, in your Pivot Plus, you also get an aerator. Aeration opens up a wine's smells and tastes, all those beautiful things that you get out of wine. It's a factor of surface area and time. So if you don't have time, you increase the surface area. So simply take your pivot aerator, place it onto the front of your pivot like so, open your bottle, place the tube through the valve at the top, tip the bottle nice and high, press the button, and you'll see we break the stream up into dozens of little streams that increase the surface area of the wine by a factor of 1,000. It's the equivalent of 45 minutes to an hour in your glass. Then take it out, recap, and you're ready to store and drink it again whenever you want. The only maintenance with Coravin Pivot is to wash it. End of an evening, after you've used it, hot water under your sink, it's waterproof, cleans out the valve and the tube, just hot water running through here. And the same with your pivot, just rinse it and you're ready to go, no need for soap. So those are your first couple of glasses with your new Coravin Pivot. You're now free to be able to drink from the bottles you love in the quantities you want without having to rush back to finish that bottle before you try your next. You can serve yourself whatever glass of wine you want that evening, serve your spouse a completely different wine. There's no more compromise. Enjoy this incredible spectrum of smells and flavors that wine provides us at your own pace whenever you want. Cheers.